Welcome back to another episode of Ohio Tabletop Gamers. Today, I will be giving my thoughts on the Tactical Walker, one of HDF's heavy walkers that I think works really great with any playstyle that you have with Human Defense Force. So let's go ahead and get started and see what these guys are all about. Okay, out of the box, the Tactical Walker comes to 320 points, Quality 4, Defense 2. With Fear 2, Hold the Line, and it's a Tough 12. It comes standard with a Walker Heavy Flamer, 12-inch range, 4 attacks, AP 1, has a Blast 3, and of course it's reliable. Also, it comes with a Stomp, with 4 attacks, AP 1. So, out of the box, I'm not really big on out-of-the-box armament on this. I know the Heavy Flamer is great. It's just that the Tactical Walker doesn't have fast or any way, besides rushing up the field. And if you rush with this thing, you wouldn't be able to use your Heavy Flamer anyway. So, I'm not really a big fan of the Flamers on this. Not that they're terrible, it's just that there are a lot of other upgrades that are a lot better for this. So let's go ahead and see what those are. So, you can replace the Heavy Flamer with a Heavy Machine Gun, 30-inch range, 12 attacks, AP 1 for 45 points. This is not a bad choice. The longer range is very welcome for a big model like this, so this isn't bad. I mean, it is a machine gun, but 12 attacks at AP1, that's pretty decent for 45 points. It's not too expensive. Now, you can also put a Walker missile launcher on it, which has 30-inch range also. 4 attacks at AP2, Deadly 3, and Unstoppable. This one here is really good. With the Unstoppable, and you get 4 attacks at AP2, and they're all Deadly 3. This one could take out a lot of bigger models, APCs and even tanks and stuff. So this one is really good, and it gives you that 30-inch range. Excellent. The points aren't too bad for it, given, what it is. So, yes, I like this one. Also, you can do the Walker HE autocannon, 36-inch range. 12 attacks, AP1 with crack. Again, like in my other videos, I am not a fan of the new HE autocannon. It should just be like the old one with the standard AP2. I don't like putting a lot of points into something where I have to try for 6s to get anything out of it. Otherwise, this is just a heavy machine gun. And it's 90 points, so for 45 points, you can get the same. Unless you bank on rolling a lot of 6s, it's really not worth the 90 points, but that's just me. Now, you can also get the Walker Laser Cannon, which is a 36-inch range, 4 attacks, AP3, Deadly 3, for 110 points. This is obviously better than your missile launcher. You get 6 inches more on your range. But other than that, you're getting the same attacks. It is an extra AP, so AP3 compared to AP2, but they're both Deadly 3. But the missile launcher is unstoppable. So, pound for pound, I think that the missile launcher actually is a little bit better than the laser cannon. Yeah, I know, 6 inches more, and it's an extra AP3 compared to AP2. But the Unstoppable really counts for something. I'd be hard-pressed to pay that many more points for something so close to the missile launcher, and the missile launcher has Unstoppable. But that's personal preference for you. But if you are trying to choose between the two, I think the missile launcher edges it. It's cheaper with Unstoppable. And the only trade-off is 6 inches less on your shooting. And you are at AP2 instead of an AP3, which, yes, can make some difference, but I think that the points cost, you're probably better off with the missile launcher. Now you can also get the Walker Plasma Cannon. It's a 30-inch range, 4 attacks, AP4, Blast 3. For 120 points, this one is decent. 30-inch range, you get 4 attacks. They're AP4s with Blast. This could really put a hurting on your opponent's mid levels, their T3s. It will put a hurting on Chaff also, but this one really will smack around the T3 unit. So don't overlook this one. This one has possibilities. The only thing is that its main target is going to be the T3s. And some people don't run any T3s, or they're limited. So you're limiting your available targets when you take this one. But the targets that you do hit with this really take a beating. So it's a trade-off. It might just be, because there's not a lot of targets for this thing, it may not be worth it because it's not really a well-rounded. It's pretty much a one-target, weapon. So just keep that in mind if you are looking at taking this one. And finally, we come to the Walker Laser Machine Gun, 30-inch range, 12 attacks, AP3 for 130 points. Now, this one is the one that I went to every time. I ran 2 of these around a year ago, maybe a little less. When I was running, I ran 2 of these in many games back then in the spring. And these things are completely awesome. 12 attacks at AP3. This one is great. Now, I really wish that the autocannon was at the AP2 because that, you get a little bit more bang for your buck because it's cheaper. But this was my go-to. Excuse me. When I was running them, that AP3 with 12 attacks is no joke. It's really good. And finally, you can add cluster missiles, 24-inch attack, 24 inches on your attack, 1 attack, blast 3, limited, obviously, for 5 points. Rocket salvo, 18-inch, 3 attacks, AP1 limited for 10. And your warheads, 24-inch attack, 2 attacks, AP2 limited for 10 points. Well, I'm sorry, also unstoppable. These aren't worth it. Again, like I always say for any of these add-ons like this, unless you got extra points and you just want to throw it around, so be it, but it really isn't worth the points. So, the Tactical Walker, you got to think of it in its terms as this is a cheaper version, depending on your armament, of a battle tank in a walker form. I would suggest arming it with weapons that, with the weapons that give you distance. I would buff it if you can, with a company leader nearby. I really like the, that 12 attacks at AP3 with a laser. That really gives you some really good hitting power. You can take on tanks, APCs, monsters, T3s, and even chaff units. You can pretty much take on anything with that. It's a good, well-rounded weapon that can put a hurting on anything you shoot at. That's why I like it, because it is designed to pretty much take on anything on the field. And being buffed, hitting on 3s possibly, and having that nice range, it will keep you out of danger for a lot of stuff. Remember, it's a walker. You don't want to get in a melee with this one, obviously. Unlike the combat walker, this one will be in trouble. It does have, a slight, fight back with the stomp, but it's not designed to be in melee, as you well know. So I would keep it at range, preferably with the laser, because that one is well rounded. And I don't think you could go wrong with that. If you don't buff it, that's fine, hitting on 4s. But, if you have an opportunity to put a company leader anywhere near this, buffing it would probably be your smartest thing you could do. That way they're getting a little, hitting on threes, getting a little help there. Like I said, I did run these about a year ago, maybe a little over a year ago on some games. It was absolutely devastating with that AP3. In fact, it got so bad a couple games that I felt bad about running them. And after that, I would hardly ever run them again because it felt like, because, we were playing friendly games with, people in my group that, I'm friends with, and I was just tearing them apart. I mean, it was really OP. And that's great, for you when you have this great piece on the field, but I felt bad because I was just erasing units off the field left and right with these things. It was unbelievably how good this thing is. So I can't say anything bad about it. It was great. I won every single game that I played with these guys, and I was eliminating units left and right, almost tabling people with this, and that's why I quit using it in friendly games because, well, it's a friendly game. It's for fun, and this was not very fun for the opponent that was losing. They're nice models every single turn that these things were just unleashing havoc on their models like that. So I felt really bad. So I put them away, and they were in a box that fell over and broke. So I threw them away because the way they broke, I couldn't repair them. And I just haven't gotten around to reprinting any of these. Now, I do have it in the back of my mind that I will sometime, maybe this year, go ahead and print them. They weren't the OPR models. They were models from another company, but they're really cool and fit the theme of my army. So sometime before next year, if I can schedule it in, I've got so many other projects going on. I'll probably print these up again, but probably only one, because I don't know if I'd run them in competitive or not. Maybe, but yeah, just one. I'm not going to do that to my friends again. I felt so bad because these things are very good. So if you're thinking about running one of these or two of these, yeah, do it. These things are unbelievably good, especially that AP3. I know it's a bit pricey, I know, but wow, does it just erase units right now. It's crazy. And since it's designed to be more of a well-rounded weapon, you can turn this against anything your opponent puts on the field, from chaff all the way up to a tank or monster or whatever, and see success with this. So yeah, it's very well-rounded, very good unit. I can't speak highly enough of it. In fact, if you do play against like friends of yours, I would probably limit it. Use it every once in a while, because you're going to erase their units off the field. I did. It was just crazy good. So anyway, just wanted to give my quick thoughts on it. I do love this model. Again, the only reason why I don't have it still is A, they broke, and I haven't reprinted any. And also, it's just so OP if you're going to have a friendly game. It might upset or make your opponent a little sad because, yeah, this thing's really good. So anyway, that is about it for me. Just remember, if you are going to run this, it does work better if you do have an officer nearby to buff it, get it down to a 3-up on your hits. That it's just think, you get 12 attacks hitting on 3s at AP3. I mean, need I say more? Is absolutely a wrecking ball. So anyway, I guess I'll leave it at that. Yeah, that's about all I can say. I love it. It's great. So with that, I hope you have many, many more wonderful games ahead of you. I wish the best for you and your family. Take care.